Hello and welcome to Tales from the Backlog. My name is Steve Boshier and I will be your warden for this evening. We're playing Mothership, the sci-fi horror RPG. If you're not familiar with this channel, this is Shadows of Archonia, where we run all types of tabletop role-playing games. On Friday nights, we have a show where we run mostly long-form campaigns, currently in Worlds Without Number for Shadows of Archonia 2 over there. On Monday nights like tonight, we do Tales from the Backlog, which is where we try out lots of different games, the rotating cast of players. And tonight is Mothership. So if you like what you see here, come join our Discord. There's a link below the video, wherever it is that you're watching it. And there is also a Patreon. If you really like what you see, you can come help us out. Every little bit helps improve the stream. Right now, we're trying to get new microphones for the Friday night show. That's the next big thing that we're trying to do. So, yeah, I've got a whole plan. Tear up the ceiling. It's a thing. Anyway, Mothership tonight. This is a game that a lot of people have been very interested in the past few years. It ran a Kickstarter way back, which our guy Alan supported and ran this for us on a Friday night one time. But there has been an updated edition since then. That's what we've got. I have the core set here. It's going to look weird because of my green screen effect. Oh, there we go. But there's also like a deluxe edition, which is twice as big. It comes with more scenarios in it. I am running the scenario tonight that came with the core set, which is called Another Bug Hunt. If you're planning to play this as a player, don't watch this. Spoilers. Yeah, so I gave you guys a little bit of the setup. You are sort of corporate problem solvers being sent in to deal with a colony or to investigate a colony that they've lost contact with. Before I tell you more about the setup, why don't you guys go around and introduce your characters? Starting with Cindy.
All right. My name is Cindy. Tonight I am playing an android, N8T3. I go by Nate. Looks wise, if you are familiar with Star Wars, I'm kind of a 50R-T and Hai Young. Looks wise, personality is like kind of a pacifist, don't give a fuck HK-47. That's probably enough for now.
Sure is. I don't know any of those Star Wars things you just said.
Well, we'll have to look them
Thought
up.
I knew Star Wars reasonably well, but I guess not.
The Old Republic for two of those.
I gotcha. Okay. Cody?
Yeah, I'm Cody, and I'm playing Noah Stenson. I am a scientist who specializes in exobiology, study of life not from Earth. I am a big nerd about aliens, and I don't like the company. I don't like the rich, so much so that my defining trait is I just want to eat the rich. And my catchline is eat the rich, it's safer than eating aliens.
Eat the rich literally?
In that context, yeah.
Copy that.
Hey, I'm Jason. I'm playing Little Tony Leung. I'm a mercenary soldier out of New Beijing, and I'm pretty much just here as someone who can be somewhat of a show of force.
Yes. So you guys have been asked by the company to head to a planet called Samsa 6. Here's what you know leading up to now. About 10 years ago, the company detected signs of biochemistry on Samsa 6 and sent a team to investigate. About 1 year ago, the skeleton crew of researchers, engineers, and Marines arrived on Samsa 6 to establish Greta Base and the Heron Terraforming Station. They discovered a species of arthropods living on the planet, labeled them carcinids or carcs, and proceeded to terminate them on sight as their presence is interfering with the terraforming project. 9 months ago, the colonists captured a carc larva for experimentation and study. 6 months ago, Greta Base ceased all communications. 3 months ago, they hired you to address the situation. 6 weeks ago, you entered the SAMHSA system and found Greta Base unresponsive to your hails. An hour ago, a dropship put you down on SAMHSA 6. You now stand in the torrential rain pouring down on you outside the landing zone. So what you can see from where you're at right now... you know what? I forgot to give you your objectives. You're here to rendezvous. These are your specific mission objectives. Rendezvous with 2nd Lieutenant Kaplan, who lives and works here. Clear the area of any hostiles and retrieve any samples from Dr. Edom.
What was the second and third?
Second was clear the area of hostiles and retrieve the samples from Dr. Edom. EDEM.
Okay.
Would it be like known that? Well, I guess we did land and kill all of them, but like, are these bugs pretty bad to where like I would know them that they were that awful, even though I've never been here?
No, they're not known outside of this planet. All you have is the briefing I just gave you.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has been made fairly clear, though not stated outright, that what the company cares about is Dr. Edom's research and reestablishing contact with the base. The fate of all the other colonists, not super concerning to them. So, like I was saying, you guys are now standing at the landing zone. Your dropship has taken off again. What you can see from here, mostly just heavy rains. EDEM. Mostly heavy rains, a lot of thick mud that you are standing in. You know the direction from here to the base. It's a modular prefab base. But what you can see of it, it's covered with like vines. It looks completely deserted. It's been damaged by pounding rain over the years that it's been here. There's thick mud under your feet, making it hard to run, but you do see tread tracks leading from where you are to the airlock in the distance. There is also a fork in the trail which leads off to the west.
Can we see anything off to the west?
No.
Is it just like flat land, it just keeps going? Or is there like something in the way?
These vines that cover the base are part of a jungle that's kind of around the whole area, cleared here for the landing zone.
Okay, so they
but
like
what's really
into the jungle.
what I was going to say, what's really obscuring your vision right now is the rain.
Okay. So does it look like the branching path of tread tracks, do they look like they would be going into the jungle if they just kept going?
It's not a sharp right angle.
Mm-hmm.
If you're looking straight at the let me look at my camera. If you're looking straight at the base, you're from your POV, then this thing's gonna like veer off this way. Not more like a 20-degree angle, I would say, from the main route. So it may turn into the jungle, or it may go around, maybe around the other side of the base.
Okay. Okay.
And it looks like it's from the same vehicle.
Yes,
type of-
it is definitely vehicle tread marks. Yeah.
It's impressive that it's still showing with all this weather.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Some deep treads on that vehicle.
The
Do
mud
not
is very thick. Yeah.
It's a little bit helpful.
Well, let's get walking, I guess. By the way, is this an atmosphere we can breathe, or are we in like suits of some kind?
You're able to breathe in this atmosphere.
I think we only got the one hazard suit.
Yeah. Despite
Also,
that big spending spree.
Real quick, who has that hazard suit?
I have a vacuum suit, so I figured that would be okay, unless.
Okay,
so
I think
I'll pass.
Nate doesn't need it, being an android. Noah has the vac suit, so I think Tony has the hazard suit. That makes the most sense to me.
Yeah.
There was also the
Also-
first aid kit, which there was only one of. Who has that?
So I either of you can take that. I bought another one.
I also bought one, so
Oh, well,
Yeah,
I guess
Noah
it's
can
fine.
take that. Who took the SMG?
Not me. I have my harpoon gun.
Yeah, that's just as good.
I'll take it if no one else wants it.
but being
Well,
a
do you have
pretty
any
much
other weapons?
pacifist, I would not.
Yeah, you're the Marine. It makes the most sense
Okay,
for you.
yeah, I'll take it.
Sidearm's always useful.
So I heard, let's get moving, but which direction? Straight to the airlock, or do you want to follow the other path?
It's I think we go to the airlock.
Yeah, airlock sounds like best choice.
Okay, I am actually going to I'm going to show you guys, because this is a prefab base, you guys actually know the expected layout of it. So I'm going to show you the map. Let's turn that off.
I guess it's a temporary shelter they would have. I was like, why do we need an airlock if we can breathe the atmosphere naturally? But
Because it's part of the prefab build.
exactly.
Yeah. So it's a short walk through the mud to get from the landing zone to the airlock. When you reach it, it's totally covered in rust. There's a large metal door, of course, it being an airlock, which bars entry to the main building. And it is locked.
Well,
Obviously the door is metal. What is the like walls made out of? Metal of some kind?
It is like a strong plasteel type of synthetic.
And I see windows. Those are there, right? These windows do exist.
Those
On
windows
the-
do exist, sure. Why
Okay,
not?
I'm gonna pull out my bioscanner. And I just want to do a cursory scan around us to see if even like in a full 360, I'll start with a sweep behind us and then end scanning over the prefab, see if there's anything even alive that it'll detect around us.
Okay, so your bioscanner's a little bit, what's the word? A little bit hard to use in this area because of the jungle life that's all around. And you are able, I would say, to sort of get a sense that there's something else reading as alive that's actually inside the base. But how much of it or where exactly in the base it is, you're not sure. Additional information you would know. For sure, this base does not have as many human beings in it as it should.
Yep. Okay. Click off the scanner and I go, well, there's at least something in there.
I'd like to check for, is there any excessive radiation nearby?
You have a thingy for that?
Yeah, I got a Geiger counter.
You detect no radiation.
All right.
I've
does-
got lockpicks if we want to unlock the door that way.
Well, I was going to ask: is it an electronic lock on the door? Is it like a analog lock?
It's a key card lock, which you don't have the key for.
Could I use the portable computer to hack into that?
Yeah, I would think so. Intellect plus any appropriate skill. You have a computer skill, hacking. Yeah. So what you'll do is you'll roll a percentile dice against your intellect, but your intellect is going to be buffed by your hacking, which is going to make it plus 15. So you're trying to get under 58, 63. Trying to get under 63 on your percentile dice.
Okay. Nope. 81.
Unfortunately, you have failed to hack the door open. Now wait. Now, what was it? 81. So this won't matter for this roll. This doesn't matter. But I'm actually not sure if you get the plus 10 for computers and the plus 15 for hacking, or if we just take the higher one. I'll look that up as we move forward.
I don't know either.
Like I said, it doesn't make a difference on this roll. You failed either way.
Well, perhaps brute force is in order. I'll put it back in my rucksack.
Yeah, F it. I'm gonna pull out my crowbar and try to use my crowbar to open the. I'm assuming the airlock is jammed because it's all rusted shut.
Yeah, it's pretty stuck. In addition to it being locked normally.
I want to use my crowbar to try and pry the door open.
Okay, let's do that. You'll need.
So I'm centile.
Strength.
I'm assuming strength. Would athletics add to that?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Sure.
All right. No, but no. Even with advantage, I got nothing.
Yeah.
Perhaps if we did it together.
Sure, let me give it a go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did team action work?
For now, I'll just say.
Cool.
What?
Also, gain 1 stress every time you fail a stat check or save.
Incorrect. We talked about this in advance. So you're going to roll 1d5 stress. So both Nate and Tony now have to roll 1d5 and add that to your stress.
Good.
Cool.
Okay, so it's just advantage for assistance from someone else. So,
Nate, do you think you're stronger than me? I could lift like 49 kilos out of 100. It's pretty strong, actually.
who has the higher strength score? That's the answer to that question.
Yeah, that is actually the answer. Nate is always going to say yes.
Oh, okay. It's me. Okay. Thank you, Jason.
But character.
Okay, I rolled a 51 for the first. Oh wait, it's been a while. I rolled a 15, so I passed before. But let's see. Yeah, I passed both times. Okay.
Right. Okay, so you are able to break this door open. This sound of like screeching, tearing metal coming in over the pounding of the rain around you as it splashes into the mud. And then additional creaking as these stressed, rusted hinges are pushed open. And you see to the inside of the airlock where the floor is muddy, the lights are flickering. There are storage lockers lining the interior walls. And beyond that, the interior door of the door lock.
Well, thanks for loosening it for me, Tony. And I hand you back a crowbar.
Thank you.
Well, who wants to take point?
I'm taking point.
That would make the most sense.
I kind of assume my role here is mostly to care for the samples, being the scientist. It's kind of my main prerogative.
Okay. So you guys would all know you cannot open that inner airlock without closing the outer one that you just pried open. That's common sense.
Did we damage it when we pried it open?
No. Like I said, you would all know not to do that. So
Okay.
you're just gonna have to close it again. Is all.
Okay. Oh man.
Is that a simple matter, or is that another roll?
Well, you'll have to pull it close. It's difficult, but it's not dice roll difficult.
I think what Steve is foreshadowing is that we're gonna lock ourselves in here.
Well, you did just break the lock, so probably not. But yeah. So if you can close that now or later, I don't care. But like I said, the airlock here, muddy floor, lined with storage lockers.
I guess we could give those a check.
Yeah, is there anything of note in the storage lockers?
Yeah, if you guys are gonna bust into them, you can find another hazard suit, 2 pulse rifle magazines, not the actual
Yoink.
rifle,
Yoink.
and a rosary. Additionally, as you're looking at the lockers on the outside, you notice that a few of them have deep indentations in the doors, and one has giant claw marks across it.
I believe something significant happened to these lockers.
Looks like it.
So are the lockers labeled like Smith Johnson, yada yada?
Yeah, they have names on them, but you don't see anything of interest on there.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna go like, oh, is like the captain's hazmat suit still in his locker? Is that like who we pulled the hazmat suit from, implying he was still here or anything like that? Maybe that scientist's name and her hazmat suit was the one we found.
Nothing can be gleaned from that. These lockers are just the airlock lockers. It's not where everyone keeps all their personal possessions.
Fair enough. Okay.
I'm going to click in on our short-range comms and open up a comm line and just literally recovery team looking for Lieutenant Kaplan and Dr. Edom. Recovery team looking for Lieutenant Kaplan and Dr. Edom.
Okay.
Anyone reply?
So, am I right in assuming that you are trying to access the base's communications frequency?
I'm going through frequencies, just trying to see if I can raise anyone on comms.
Well, there's probably a base frequency and like an open frequency. So why don't we, like, you can try the basement, I'll try open. Yeah.
Well, I could try both.
Well, I guess, yeah, whatever. It's not what.
Nobody answers on the open frequency. When you tune into the base frequency, a horrible shrieking sound comes over your radio. Now, these comms physically describe your comm unit to me. In fact, let's look at the image. I know there's an image of some of the gear in the player's book.
I assumed they were going to be more like.
So, so there are images. Short-range comms can be either in your helmet, like a headset, or on your shoulder, like a cop. What do you think you guys have?
I think I've got the on my shoulder like cop, because that outfit is the one I'm wearing.
Fair enough.
under my hazard suit.
Mine's in my helmet, I think, because I'm in a vac suit. Which has
In
to
that
be
case, as you all hear this shriek coming over the radio that Tony has on his shoulder like a cop, I need everyone to make a sanity save.
Nice.
scary. Oh god.
Nope.
Gilly.
Oh,
Oh, 30.
extra nope.
39.
Guess who rolled doubles?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
a crit? That's a crit, right?
Crit fail.
Oh no.
Wait,
Oh,
what was that
just
crit
barely.
successes again?
Doubles.
Yeah. So
It's
anytime you
under or
roll
over.
anytime you roll doubles, whether it's like 66 or 44, it's a crit. But whether it's a crit fail or a crit success depends on how high it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah,
I failed.
your sanity save. Hold on a second. Trying to find where I left the thing I'm looking for. So you have all failed your sanity saves, yeah? Noah, did you fail?
I passed.
Oh, you passed. Okay, so Tony and Nate, you're going to gain 1d5 stress, and also something else will happen.
Kidding me.
You're not sure what exactly.
Sorry, what?
How much stress did you get, out of curiosity?
I got 3, but that adds up to 9 at this point.
Oh, mine's up to 11 already, baby.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah. Also, I get to make a panic check now, right?
Yep.
Because of my crit fail.
Yeah.
Seven. Nightmares.
You're going to have some nightmares.
Cool.
If you don't go to sleep, you can't be punished for that.
Yeah.
So, that does not sound human.
Yeah, it doesn't sound human. Tony, you have almost no choice but to turn the thing off.
Oh, yeah.
And both of you, as you stand in this airlock starting to recover, have you guys closed the outer door yet, by the way?
No, I want to leave.
We have not closed that outer door yet.
So as you stand in this open airlock with water splattering in from the rain, mud sticking to your shoes, you start to hear whispers that are hard to make out. Tony and Nate both. Noah, you don't hear anything.
Well, I'm gonna
Why are
put
you
those
whispering to me,
things-
Marine?
I don't think we should go in there.
Oh yes, your fourth friend. We'll say, gosh, what was her name? I don't have her sheet open.
Buddy.
Eddie?
Betty, Betty, your Teamster friend, is going to remind you all that that's your job. Literally, the whole reason you're on this planet is to go in there.
Yeah. I was literally going to say, our objective is in here. This is where we got to look.
Okay.
Let's get that outer door shut and keep moving forward.
Okay, but hear me out. There's a monster speaking on the base comms. So why don't we leave like the other truck did and maybe pursue that? That could be, what if they all got out because maybe they locked the monster in there?
The scientist does make some sense.
And I am a coward at the end of the day, and I'll admit that.
I know.
And I don't want to die.
Well, Noah, Dr. Stetson, the door is right there. You're welcome to go.
Okay.
Please
soldier,
split up. Please do that.
Please, soldier. I'll wait out here with Betty, and maybe, while you... Well, Nate, aren't you a pacifist? Why don't we send Tony in to kill the monster in there? He can tell us when he's safe, and we'll go follow the tank.
I do like that idea a bit. Not terrible.
Go for it. Cody
Or,
throws me into the
human.
bus every time we play together.
Oh! No, I mean, I was proposing an alternative thing than maybe walking into the place where there's a monster immediately.
Pretty sure there are monsters everywhere.
Well, it's a bit different than when you walk into the metal mouse, the metal box with the monster, and going to where there was relatively fresh tank tracks.
We could end up being the mouse in the mousetrap.
I mean, this whole planet's a mousetrap to me.
That is why you're here.
Well, Betty votes. If Noah's the only one that wants to head out, let's go in.
Yep, if that's what you guys want to do, we'll go in.
Okay. You're gonna close the door then?
Yeah.
All right. When you get that outer door closed, you are then able to open the inner door of the airlock, which will lead you into the commissary area. This is like a mess hall and rec room. Again, the lights in here are flickering. Place is a total mess. Hanging from the ceiling is a banner, like a drooping decorative banner that says "Happy Birthday, Olson." There's a leak in the ceiling with rain coming in. I would like anyone who wants to do a quick intellect on that leak.
Yeah, I probably am best suited for that.
Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'd give
I give
Tony
the-
advantage on this one.
Oh. Wait, Tony?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
are you sure? Wait, are you sure you don't want me to do it? I'll do it. I'll do it. I don't know why. Oh wait, I think I know why.
You know what?
Well, humans
made
are
it.
always fighting.
Tony, the leak's from bullet holes.
Bullet holes in the ceiling.
Bullet holes in the ceiling.
Mm.
There are empty cups, dishware, broken glass lying around, bullet casings, blood splatter, and more large claw-like gouges in the furniture. At the far end is a woman's head ripped off at the neck, and I need a fear save from everyone.
Okay, well.
Are you kidding me right
Nope.
now?
I failed.
Well, I failed, even though my fear is really high.
Three.
Fucking kidding me.
So,
I have never seen that before.
did
We
everyone
all
fail?
I
Okay, then
failed.
everyone's going to take 1d5 stress.
Mm-hmm. I rolled a 3.
I rolled another 5.
Did anyone crit fail?
No, I did not.
Okay.
No.
I am at 12 stress.
16.
All right. So I stopped at the woman's head, but there is... Uh-oh. We lost Cindy. Got her back. Everyone's in the wrong place. Hold on a sec.
Sorry, I accidentally hit refresh. My bad.
Okay, Cindy, I need Nate's character sheet if I'm going to be up here.
I did it.
Nope.
I did it, everyone.
Well, kinda.
Boom. All right. So I stopped at the woman's head. There is also a barricade shoved up against the door to the crew quarters. And there's There's an upturned table with the birthday cake splattered across the floor. From under the table, a human arm protrudes. A small kitchenette in the back with a door there. All the cabinets and storage bins here are empty. And if you guys, well, what do you guys want to do here?
I want to cry. Is crying a free action?
Yes.
So, just so I'm clear, there's a lady's torn up head on the way to the command center.
Yep.
The door to the crew habit, or leading towards the crew habitat, is barricaded.
Yes.
From this side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the furniture in here is pushed up that way.
And what is the door passageway to the pantry and freezer look like?
That is where the kitchenette is, but there's nothing barricaded or anything there.
Okay. Well, I mean, this whole thing it's... I don't know why they barricaded that way, since it seems like it'd be just as easy for whatever they were defending against to get around, but I feel like we should hit up the command center and see if anyone's holed up there.
Yeah, how... I guess, like, is the head is, like, rotting pretty... Like, it's pretty late in its, like, decay? Like, we're talking months?
You know what? It's hard to tell.
Yeah, okay.
Because of the clean environment that they maintain in here. The decay is slowed. It's not like from today, for sure. It's old. But how old, hard to tell.
Interesting. Okay. Well, yeah, let's go to the command center like Tony suggested.
Did anyone want to look at the head or at the body that's under the table? Because remember, you saw an arm sticking out from under that table.
Well, I did want to inspect to see if I could determine how old this corpse is, but you already told me I kind of...
Yeah, you kind of can't tell.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you asked specifically about the head. Did you want to look at the body as well?
Yeah, I kind of meant all of the corpses.
Okay, yeah, because, well, what you will see looking at the body is that it is headless, suggesting that is its head over there. If you're are you gonna move the table to get a better look at it?
The table's on top of the body, not a part of the barricade, right?
Right. This table is turned upside down and on top of this body.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I'll move it to just get a look.
So, the body is wearing fatigues and has a giant hole in the neck. Obviously, where the head was ripped off, but there's a giant hole in it, and it is covered in what looks like paper cuts.
Small lacerations?
Yeah.
You don't have any training in medicine, do you? Any of you guys?
No.
Okay.
That does seem odd. I've never seen anything like that.
Oh,
yeah. They definitely don't look like they've been shot up with guns.
Is there a name tag?
Yeah, I was just going to say, actually. There are dog tags that say Lieutenant Corporal Xavier.
Okay.
Well, that's neither of the VIPs we were looking for. Poor bastard. Poor us, eventually. Hey, Nate, you're not interested in breaking your vows of pacifism if it's not a person, right?
Oh, if it's necessary, I will use my trank gun.
Okay.
As you guys have been examining this corpse for a minute, you hear a quiet thud
From which side of the...
I'll turn towards whatever side I can determine it came from.
It's difficult to tell whether it's coming through the door towards the crew habitat or the door towards the command center. But if you stop and try to listen, it repeats every few seconds. Another thud.
So it sounds purposeful.
It sounds like it repeats every few seconds.
Could be a fan.
You guys don't have fans. You're not famous enough.
Ouch. Ouch.
I think this bug will be really obsessed with us in about 30 minutes time, but we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, to the command center.
Yeah, let's get moving.
That's the direction you're going, huh?
It's what Tony suggested earlier, so I don't have any reason to...
Yeah, I figure the command center is a good place to, I mean, if not set up base, at least maybe get an idea of what went down here.
All right.
I mean, it was the crew hab area that was all blocked off.
Yes.
Wait, does the freezer connect to the med bay? There's no connection right there.
No, it does not.
Are we sure we don't want to like sweep that area just to make sure nothing's gonna come from behind us from there? Just in case.
Sure.
I actually, now that we're in room 3, I can get a better scan to see if there's even anybody over there with the bioscanner. So why don't we do that actually, just to save us a trip?
Go for it.
Where you're scanning the pantry and freezer area, is that what you said?
Yeah. And I guess the crew habitat, probably.
Okay, so if you're gonna like stand in the commissary and spin around, let me check something here. You get that same sort of static caused by the jungle life and maybe some other things you're not quite sure. There is definitely life coming from the direction of the garage.
Yeah, I'm getting some readings from the garage. There's a lot of interference here, but
correction, there is also life coming from the med bay.
Oh, and in the med bay. Yeah. So, you know, we're rolling our dice here.
Those two places are near the command center. We are going to the same place.
Let's keep going.
Basically,
this changes nothing.
Okay, command center.
Well, I feel better about us getting flanked from the freezer now, at least, assuming. Whatever. I assume it doesn't read through lead freezers or something like that.
So there's nothing.
Flanks freezer.
What was that?
Oh, flank. Okay, I got it.
Oh. So I just want to add something because you did ask if the freezer and med bay connect, and they don't, but they do both have doors to the exterior.
But they're not airlocks?
No, they have airlock doors to the exterior. The main airlock is at 2, but you can get out through the freezer or through the med bay.
It's an interesting design. Does that change what you guys want to go look at?
Not me.
Hold on. Let me double check that I'm reading this map correctly, because it does seem weird.
Well, I mean, sure, they when they're taking deliveries for like their food and stuff for the freezer, they just want to get it right into the freezer. You know, they don't want to walk it through the airlock and through the commissary, through the pantry.
Nate, you had that computer, right, Nate?
I do.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what I misread. These are not doors to the exterior. These are vents.
Okay.
that potentially connect to other vents elsewhere.
Steve, why'd you tell me that?
Possibly go through air vents.
Yeah.
Basically, you
Yep.
could possibly go through air vents. I could check
I mean,
the computer terminal to see where they connect and determine a route.
do you want to do that in the commissary?
There are no vents in the commissary.
No, I'm asking if she wants to check her computer. I'm asking Nate if they want to check their computer from the commissary, or ...
I'm unsure if I can determine the routes from the commissary. I think I need to connect to an air vent to determine that. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
Maybe more of a master terminal or something.
Right.
Yeah. That's basically what I was going to say. Is like these vents are connected as needed in each individual iteration of this prefab structure, so you can't be sure where it's connected to.
Where we do that, I will leave that up to you, soldier, as I assume you are in charge.
Sure. Yeah, I'm still inclined to hit up check out the command center.
Okay. So the command center, obviously you're passing through a hallway to get there.
Yeah, no, we're checking our corners.
Nothing much
down
to
the
see.
hallways.
Nothing much to see in the hallway. When you get to the command center, this is basically like the central nervous system and primary communication of the base.
Yep.
There is the corpse of a Marine lumped over the controls with a single gunshot wound to the head and a revolver in his hand. He seems to have something else in his other hand.
I'll look at that.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
It is the organization chart of the SAMHSA 6 mission, and I'm going to just grab it real quick to show to you guys. This was not one of the thingamajiggies I had ready, but there it is. I will also drop this in the Discord so you can zoom in on it easier.
Thank you.
Okay. Organizational chart.
Yeah.
Basically.
There's the Xavier that we know was killed, right? We found his torso, right?
Yes.
Her, yes.
Oh, sorry. I guess that's
And
probably their last.
I want to check the tags on this Marine.
Oh, the guy that you just found.
Yeah.
1 second. Kaplan. Second Lieutenant Kaplan.
Oh,
We just reached one of our objectives. We could mark
And-
this one off our task list.
Tony, as you reach out to check Lieutenant Kaplan's tags, you notice that on your hand you have what looks like a tiny paper cut. Very similar to the ones that appear all over Lieutenant Kaplan's body.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly snap those tags off of him and pocket them.
Okay. Nate, what are you doing right now?
I'm looking around, getting a sense for the room. Probably looking to see where I can hook up my computer because that's what I do. Hook up the computer, maybe
Yeah.
the comms and stuff.
The central computer is here. And while you're plugging in your computer, you see similar paper cuts on yourself. And
This
I
isn't
will...
you.
Yeah. I need a sanity save from Tony and Nate both.
Fail.
Missed it by
Noah,
that much.
by 2? Oh, man.
Yeah.
I missed it
Well,
by 2.
at least it wasn't that much stress this time.
Noah, as you stand there in the room looking around this area, yet another destroyed, smashed, ransacked room on this alien planet with a dead body in it, your companions, little Tony and Nate, collapse in unconsciousness.
What the hell?
Betty's with you. What? She's like, what the fuck, Noah? What the fuck? And I need you two unconscious folks to roll me 2d10 each.
Holy, what the gods?
All right. What do you want? How do you want us to put add this up?
Just the total of 2d10.
12.
Okay.
3. No, sorry, 13.
That is how many minutes you are unconscious. And you begin to have dreams. Nate, I think for you it is very chaotic. That shriek that you heard over the radio earlier, essentially that's what your dream is. Just repetitions and echoes and layering of that horrific sound that you heard back then, and the whispering that you've been hearing as you travel through this place, louder and louder in this cacophony.
Okay.
Tony, you see a visual image in your dream of underground ant-like tunnels. And you start to, even though you've never seen one with your waking eyes, you start to get impressions of this carcinid creature. And you find that they are not as horrific and alien as you first thought that they might be. You start to become, both of you start to become deeply empathetic towards these Karks. And you will have a disadvantage on any action which would harm a carcinid. Noah, what would you like to do during the 12 to 13 minutes that your companions are unconscious? You do not know how long this will be.
I try not to scream. I close the... How simple is the door to the command room?
You can close it.
Yeah, close
You
the
can
door.
lock it even.
And I lock it for emotional support. I first would like to walk up to the revolver in his hand.
Yep.
Check for any bullets.
There are
I
5
assume they're
bullets.
Oh,
in
there
the
are
six-
5
There
bullets.
are 5 bullets in the 6 chambers.
Okay, I didn't know if he had just put it in the one, you know?
Yeah.
We're gonna take that in the holster. Okay. I am going to visually inspect both of my companions.
Okay.
I'm gonna like touch them. Like, do I see these paper cuts or anything like that?
Yeah,
Well,
you
he's
can
in a
see
suit.
paper
How am I gonna
cuts.
see the paper cuts?
What? Oh, well, like some of their their hands, their faces, you know. There is no negative consequence for failure here, but I am gonna ask you to just roll me a D10 and tell me the number.
A 0, so 10.
Okay. You see, as you are examining them, you actually witness some of these cuts appearing, opening up. Their skin just breaking.
Jesus Christ. I would like to use the pathology skill that I have. Is there any type of disease that I would have known of, or like maybe have had a chance to be briefed on or research on the way here?
There's no disease that you were briefed on. And are you asking for the chance to roll pathology? Because remember, there are consequences for failure on that. You gain more stress.
Well, I gotta put it together. So.
Yeah, go ahead and roll it. Intellect plus pathology.
Yeah, so that is 51 plus 15. So if I fail, I'll cry. A 3 on the big 33. I critically succeeded.
You crit succeeded. Great.
Nice.
So you are 100% certain that there is no pathology, no disease or infection that you know of that could cause these effects that you're witnessing. Which leaves the obvious fact that it's a pathology you don't know about. Putting together, because it's a crit, I'm telling you more, putting together the little bits of information that you have, you did notice little eccentricities, irregularities in the mannerisms of Tony and Nate following that shriek from the radio in the airlock. So your best working theory right now, especially with the comms in this very room smashed, and all of the communications turned off. In fact, that's the reason you're here, was lack of communication. Something might be transmitted audibly over this radio signal.
All right. I would like to get some earplugs out of the med kit and put those in. And I'll actually put them in their ears too.
Earplugs.
Assuming, does Nate have ears like that?
That's up
Yeah,
to Nate.
yeah. I do.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put earplugs in your thing, and get a note written in case something happens, and I leave it for them. Like, I think this uses sound to mess with us. So while the equipment's destroyed, and I give them a kind of type of warning.
Okay, so
also if another crew comes after us, there'll also be a note there.
So all of that, awesome. Earplugs, great idea. But having just seen two of your companions collapse right in front of you, and just having the mostly silent Betty still up, I am going to need a panic check from you.
Okay, how do I do that one?
So you roll a 1d20 and attempt to roll greater than your current stress.
To greater than 5?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you've ever seen me roll d20s,
you can screw this up.
I rolled a 6.
All right. So you passed. But had you failed, you would have had to then roll again on the panic table.
Okay, okay. Oh, that's how we got nightmares, right?
No, so I fucked that up.
What's that?
It's if you roll. So when you roll less than or equal to your current stress, you fail, and you look up your result. So whatever you roll.
Oh yeah.
For the panic check is what you get on the panic effect.
Yep. When did you fuck that up?
When I rolled my panic check.
Oh.
But I don't remember what it was, so it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, you already had your nightmare anyways.
No, that's ongoing.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, I forgot that when I panic, every close friendly player has to make a fear save.
Oh. That's the one I'm bad at.
But that, well, no, there's that. Fear saves made by close friendly, then with an android nearby, fear saves made by close friendly players are made at disadvantage. And whenever you fail a sanity save for the scientist, all close friendly players gain 1 stress.
Yeah, but that didn't happen. I was, just
Yeah, well, considering that I forgot about it on mine, and Cindy forgot about that on hers, I'm assuming you had forgotten about that as well.
I hadn't failed a sanity check. Only the fear one.
So, are you guys... Sorry, it's late. I'm tired. I don't remember calling for a panic check from you, Jason.
No, I got a panic check because I got that crit fail.
Oh, yes, that is when it happened.
That.
Okay.
I remember it.
Yep, now I'm with you. So that was when it was. Okay. Now, again, Noah, you do not know when or even if Tony and Nate are going to wake up. What is your next move?
Well, I wrote them a note.
Yeah, you've examined them, you've written them a note, you've plugged their ears.
All right. I have... I guess I would kind of know, but does the 6-shooter hurt more or less than my harpoon?
That's a question for the equipment table.
The revolver is going to do D10 plus 1 damage, and your rigging gun does D10 damage plus 2D10 damage when removed.
Okay, I will keep the rigging. No, I'm gonna use the revolver because we're inside. So I'm gonna brandish the revolver.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bioscan quick, ever so cautiously, just to make sure that that thing is still in the garage or the med bay.
You're turning on your bioscanner.
Yeah.
And are you just doing a scan kind of in a circle like you did before?
Yeah, I mean, I know roughly where I am, so I wouldn't scan behind me, but I'd mostly check the garage and the med bay. And if they aren't there, then obviously I'm going to keep looking until I find them.
So in terms of outside of this room, nothing has really changed. However, something is different inside this room.
What the...
Normally, Nate doesn't read the way a human reads on your bioscanner. But there is a sort of shadow from an android. They're human. Their body functions are lifelike enough that it registers like a ghost image. But right now, inside of Nate, inside the chest cavity, there's an actual life form. And
Okay.
an additional one inside of Tony.
See, I checked myself.
You're clean, so is Betty.
Oh, is Betty physically here? I thought she was like waiting outside.
No, she came with you guys.
Oh,
If someone dies, they're now Betty. That's the whole plan.
Well, I look at Betty, and I know she's not gonna say anything yet, but
She's like, what?
I should just mercy kill them right now, because clearly that guy thought it was better to go out like this.
You know what? I need to know if you're gonna pass another panic check right now. I gave you one for watching them collapse, but now you see that they have larvae inside them.
Oh yeah. Okay, I rolled a 16.
Okay, you passed.
Okay. Okay. Well, Betty, you wait here.
I think around this time, Tony, you rolled a 12 on your... I think Tony starts to stir around this time. I think what you have done in this room takes 12 minutes up to now.
Yeah, I was kind of taking my time.
Oh, fuck. What happened?
You see me waving around the gun like a psycho.
Oh, do I see you wait? Like, am I coming to that?
You're coming to me like kind of going like this, and I'm holding the revolver, and I'm like, what do I do?
And Betty is also like, Noah, what? What's the problem? What? Because you didn't actually tell her what you saw on the scanner yet.
Oh, fair enough. I guess I'll wait till they... Tony, can you look at my bioscanner? This is a big deal.
I pull my bioscanner out. and
I point at Nate.
Yep, there's a larva in there, and you find yourself deeply empathetic towards it. This is a little baby. This is a baby life. This is a new life, gestating.
And Tony, look at what mine shows when I pointed at you.
I point mine at me.
Same thing.
Yeah. Life begins at conception. What?
I'll make a note for myself later.
Oh yeah, you did write a note for them. You guys are talking normally, but you got earplugs in. What did you write on that note earlier, Noah?
I wrote, I think it uses the comms or sound to mess with people. That's why they went dark. Because I was planning on leaving now that I was done scanning them.
Yeah, okay.
I put earplugs in you. I mean, when you have earplugs in, you can still talk to people next to you, right? They're not.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't completely block the sound.
Nate, you're waking up now too.
All right. Which looks like, I just pop up like data.
Nice.
And I'll say, how odd, I do believe I'm pregnant. I wasn't expecting that.
Can androids even be pregnant normally?
No. No.
No.
No.
I feel very strange. I've never felt anything like this before in my life. Wait, feelings? I feel very confused.
Are these like pregnancy hormones talking right now? I'm concerned.
That is a good question.
Okay. Just before you woke up, Tony, I was gonna head to the med bay.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta find these samples from Dr. Edom.
Yep. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, you guys head out to the med bay. So this is like pretty small, but there's an operating room inside and an operation and analysis lab outside, separated with a glass wall. So when you first enter, you're in the operations and analysis lab. This side of the glass wall holds a small bank of computer terminals, which are all powered down right now, along with piles of loose paperwork and a logbook.
Noah, you should check that logbook there.
Yeah, I'll check the logbook. I'll go through it.
The latest entries in the log are notes from Dr. Edom, excited at the discovery of something they call the Krebs slider or crab song, which is a shrill shriek that the Carsonids use in order to replicate.
What the? I write a new note. It replicates via sound.
Edom begrudgingly admits the base's android, named Hinton, you knew about this person, did much of the legwork for this discovery, but it's Edom who truly put two and two together. And as mentioned earlier, there's a vent in the ceiling here.
Yeah, there's supposed to be something alive in here, and I look up, slow pan.
Okay. The vent is there, yes, but your bioscanner is still available to you. You can see through the glass wall into the actual like operating area of the med bay. There are life forms in containers in there.
Is there any type of data pad or anything that would indicate that those are the samples we're looking for? Oh, are they big? Like I could not carry these.
No, actually, they're small. You could carry one at a time. But there's 4 of them.
Are they larvae or?
From here, you can't tell.
I think those are our samples.
Do you think they're still alive? Do you think we can save them?
Yeah, we can save them, but we'd have to get them back to the office quickly. I don't think they're meant to be here. What do you think, Tony? We should save those things in there, right? Is that what you're feeling?
Yeah, we should definitely save them.
Okay.
As I'm giving this some thought, am I getting the feeling that this is sort of a hive sort of situation?
A hive?
Like it's the sort of a hive mind, or they operate as a hive, or more individual. Is there anything to give
Well,
evidence yet?
I don't think you have evidence to know that consciously. If you want to try to intuit it, I would need a roll, like an intellect roll. If you have a skill that would aid something like this, you can use that.
I have linguistics, but I don't know if that will help me with that screech.
No, probably not.
Well,
Actually,
It'd just be a straight intellect roll, I think, at this.
I was going to say, based on your experiences, I'd give you advantage on this intellect roll.
Okay, I'll go and do an intellect roll.
What'd you get?
Yeah, both were under, so.
Okay. Yeah, they probably have some kind of hive mind, because just now you had a long dream in which you were connected to their hive mind. Very vaguely, not clearly. You don't understand it fully yet. But I think you start to suspect that these whispers you've been hearing are that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll keep that to myself for now.
Yeah.
Probably for the best.
I have a question. How are we planning on calling for evac once we completed our mission?
That would have been a great question for someone to ask before you landed.
I mean, that's something they would have, told us what was going on.
Yeah. We kind of started media res.
Yeah, we did start in media res. So you have an emergency beacon that you can turn on, but plan A is to fix this base and just call.
Mm.
Interesting. We're in a med bay. They probably have like an evac kit here, like in case of like an earthquake, right? That's what I'd guess. I'm gonna look for something like an emergency kit of some kind here.
Well, there's nothing in the part of the med bay you're in. Through a locked door is the operating room with those sample cases.
Okay. Can we?
What?
And I think it'd be in there.
Well, it's a med bay. They must have medical supplies in a med bay, but they're not
I'm
in
not
the...
actually looking for medical supplies. I'm looking for emergency supplies like a flare specifically.
Oh. No,
Yeah.
I don't think you'd expect to find that there.
Okay, maybe back in the command center I can find.
Yeah, that
something.
might be more of a garage type of thing, or maybe command center maybe, but there weren't any there. You were just there.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for saving me that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Nate, let's try and get the samples. They're really precious.
They are precious.
Yeah.
So what kind of lock are we looking at?
So it's another key card lock. You don't have the key card for.
Okay, so I will try to use the computer terminal again.
Okay.
Which was intellect and...
Well, all the computer terminals in here are powered down. You'll have to turn them on.
Oh, we gotta turn them on first.
Yeah, which you can do. It's not a big deal. But to
Okay.
use them to bypass the keycard lock, that will be a hacking check.
Okay. Will we need to power things up someplace else?
No, these are powered off here. You can just turn them on.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, I will do that.
Misery in the chat. All right. Yeah, so roll me that hacking check to see if you can pick the lock. And I did decide, after looking through the book a little more, you're only going to get the plus 15 for the expert, not also the 10 for the computer skill.
I gotcha. So that's 78, right?
Yeah, however that comes out. 63, isn't it? 48 for your intellect and 15 for the
Either
skill.
way, I rolled 41, so...
Great. Yeah, the lock pops open. You hear like a beep, and the door goes and just swings in a little bit.
There we are.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let's secure the samples.
Well, as you guys go into that interior part of the med bay, you see a few things that were a little harder to see from inside the glass room. But because they're kind of off to the walls a little bit, you've got some of the equipment in here, just like in the commissary and the command center, some of the equipment in here is smashed, but some of it is also fused together by some kind of webbing. There's a Litkovich MedPodge 1080A. This would be like the type of pod that you'd put someone in for medical care. It's currently broken. Could repair it in 1d10 hours if someone wanted to try. There's a bioprinter which prints synthetic biological material. It's broken, smashed. There is a lead container of hydrofluoric acid and the 4 large specimen containment tubes, which you saw from in there. Now that you're closer, you can see they do contain carcinid larvae. And then there's an upturned surgical bed near which is a long, about a meter long, black crab-like limb of some sort.
Oh, no.
And then behind the bed is another air vent.
Did it look like a shedded limb or like a If I looked, it could be attached to a larger creature.
Are you asking, was it shed like the way some animals shed their skin intentionally, versus was it torn off? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. Oh no. Like, it's definitely not attached to something, right?
It's not attached to something.
Okay,
That's right.
definitely not. That's what I was asking.
It's just a limb. Yeah, it's not
Okay.
like going under something.
Okay.
Poor thing.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing. So you said
Yeah.
that like we could carry these pods, but it would be like one per person
Yeah.
because they're like what lunchbox?
Yeah, unless you were to find some way to like wheel them around, some kind of cart or something. There is a surgical bed in here.
We could use that for now.
Well, where are we gonna take them?
With us off planet?
Where
Oh,
are we gonna
why?
take them right now?
Why would we take them off planet?
Because they're precious, right? To the company, so they want to secure them.
These are Dr. Edam's samples, right? This is what they sent us to get.
Yes, and secure them. Yeah, thank you, Betty.
Pretty secure right here.
They do seem pretty secure.
But they sent us to
Yeah.
recover them.
They are alive, aren't they?
They are
Yep.
alive and
Scary.
untouched.
Then I see no reason to bother them.
Yeah, they're basically secured.
They're a nursery.
But yes, like they're very precious and they're alive. But if we move them somewhere else, they may be more secure and more safe, right? Like if there's a monster out and about, it could destroy them, right? So if we get them to, what's the name of our company, Steve?
The company.
Like if we get it to the company's facilities, they'll do much better.
No,
This is the
Good.
company's facilities.
Yeah, but no one's running.
Yeah, we just have to fix it up.
it's just a little broken. Betty said she could fix things very fast, didn't you, Betty?
Well, I can fix up the medbay equipment, but I'm just one person. How much of this base do you expect me to fix by myself? We need to find out where the other colonists are. We need to clear the hostiles. That's what our mission was. We were supposed to look for Kaplan. He's dead. Something killed him.
Looks like
Well-
he killed himself.
He killed himself, but not for no reason. I mean, Tony, Nate, do you guys... What's wrong with your skin? You both look cut, like the bodies.
Yeah.
It's about time for another sanity save from both of you.
Okay. Too bad
For just those two?
Gosh darn.
Yep, just those two. They're infected.
Yeah.
Rolled a 54 again on that.
Sanity save is a D20.
No, sanity
Oh
save.
no,
the
I'm sorry. That's not a panic save.
panic check is D20.
Oh, okay. It's like, what?
So did you pass or fail?
Fail.
You both failed?
Fail.
Okay, so yeah, you'll take 1d5 stress for the fail. You will also then need to make a body save, which you will have to do hourly going forward.
Yay.
Okay.
Wow. I didn't fail that.
Okay. And Nate,
Golly. Yep, failed that.
okay, Nate, you begin mindlessly engaging in drone work. Whatever you can do around this room or in this base to help the hive, you've got to do it right now. Digging a tunnel, hoarding food, walking towards the nearest group of carcinids. I
Okay.
will message you where that is.
Jesus.
What? What's wrong?
This is horrible. I hate it here.
Where? What?
You guys see me just leave.
You guys?
Are you heading in? Do we see you heading in any direction in particular?
Yeah, I'm heading like back towards. We're in the med bay. I'm heading back towards what looks to like the command center at the moment.
Fair to say, from the med bay, there's only one hallway. So
right.
Oh yeah, that's I mean,
the direction
when you
she's
hit
going.
that cross, are you turning towards the command center, the commissary, or continuing on towards the garage?
I'm continuing on.
Hey, Nate.
Tony's gonna start following it. Like when Nate crosses that crossway
Intersection.
there,
Yeah.
the intersection. Thank you. Nate's gonna start following slowly.
Okay. Noah, are you also following?
No.
Betty is.
What? I'm gonna take a moment. Okay, I need to relax. So there was like all types of like goo and webbing around these eggs, right? Or these incubator tubes.
Yeah. Well, all over the equipment that's been smashed.
Okay.
And there is that giant severed limb on the floor.
Yeah. Well, you know. I really want to take one of these samples. Okay, so you say it's like pretty big. Is there any way I'm gonna be able to like, can I hold it behind my back, and they would maybe not see that I'm holding something?
No.
It's like they would see it.
Yeah, it's like trying to, like one of those like miniature kegs that people get for parties.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna try and take one.
Okay.
And wait, you highlighted that not poison, acid. How big is that?
It's just a container, like a lead container of acid. This big.
Yeah. Okay, we do some quick science. I take it, the acid, and I drop it on the limb. I drip a little bit on the limb.
You do. Thanks, bud.
Ah!
It begins thrashing bodily or violently. I need you to make a body save.
Like an octopus with like soy sauce type of deal.
What?
Have you ever never mind.
I've never dropped soy sauce on a live octopus.
No, a dead one. It makes the nerves go crazy.
Well, that's what's
rolled
happening.
a
The nerves are going.
65.
Is that
over
good?
22. I failed.
You failed. You're going to take 1d10 damage.
What?
Wow.
What?
This
I
thing
think,
just,
you know,
it thrashes around violently and hits you when you pour acid on it.
Okay, it's like 2 damage. All right.
Okay.
Any wounds, or is that like kind of different?
No, wounds
So the
are
wounds
when
are-
you get run out of health points.
Oh, they're like death saves, kind of. Okay.
No, basically, when you get to 0 on your health, you take a wound and then reset back to your max.
Oh my god, I'm like a MMORPG boss or something. Second health bar.
Yeah, so as
Okay.
Nate suddenly mindlessly straightens up, walks out of the med bay, Tony follows it out of curiosity. Betty follows. Noah pours acid on this carcinid limb and gets whacked in the shins. That is where we're going to take our break. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
We'll see everyone
Why did
then.
I sign up for this?
Welcome back. to Tales from the Backlog, where we got some bug people, man. What's going on with Nate?
How far have I made it? Have I made it to the garage?
No, when we cut off, you had just gone far enough for Tony to see that you'd passed the intersection and start following you.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm still headed that way, and I'm humming a nursery song. Parashaka, you know.
So Nate,
I got downloaded.
Nate, you can easily, or Tony, you can easily tell that Nate is not behaving normally right now. Something's up with her. You are not aware of that about yourself, but sorry, spaced out a little bit because of the chat, but you've got that sound that you heard earlier, that low thumping sound. As you pass that intersection heading towards the garage, you start to hear that again. And Nate and Tony both hear it. Nate, you are not capable of any actions other than this one you have chosen for the time being.
Okay. Well, I'll give the sound a cursory glance, but continue on and continue humming.
Okay. The sound is coming from ahead of you.
Oh, okay.
When you were in the commissary, you couldn't tell whether it was coming from the hallway to the armory and crew habitat, or the hallway to the command center. But now that you're in this back hallway, it's definitely coming from straight ahead of you. The garage.
That makes sense.
Noah, you just got whacked by this leg.
Yeah,
but everyone else has left the med bay.
Cool. I'm gonna add 1 acid to my inventory.
Cool, take the acid. Hydrofluoric acid.
Okay. Maybe I dip tip of my harpoon inside. No, that won't work. I grab a canister with a larva in it and just try to sneak out of this room.
So everyone's ahead of you. Betty will actually turn and look back at you as you come out, because she's the last in line behind Tony there.
I look at her, and I just, now's a bad time for you to pick up a personality and start talking. No,
what?
that's rude. I wouldn't say that. But I just say, be cool, man. I'm just doing our job. Don't say anything. They're acting really weird.
Yeah, they're not right, are they?
No, they have eggs in their chest. It's probably messing with them.
They
I
have
feel,
eggs in their chest?
Steve, as a player, I feel a little weird asking this NPC to do something for me, because it could be Nate's next character.
Yeah, well,
So
what do you want?
You tell me if that's too much, because
she's here, and for right now,
here?
she's an NPC. So
okay,
whatever you would do in character.
Okay, yeah, don't say anything. Just grab one of these things, and let's go. It reacted to this hydrofluoric acid, so let's
just go. You want to just leave them?
No, let's at least move it out of somewhere here.
What, out of the med bay to where?
In the hallway?
At least the commissary, so we can run if we have to.
Okay. Actually, I think in order to get Betty to commit to that course of action, it's going to take a roll.
Okay. I would like to use my intellect.
Okay.
To talk about how, the evidence... I have the notes. I have the doctor's notes talking about the replication via... the impregnation via sound. I have the reason, I point out all of the, comm stuff being destroyed. I like that guy killing him, offing himself, because probably he's turning into one of them. So these guys are not thinking in the right mind. Nate is supposed to be like this psychopathic android that doesn't care about anything, and then all of a sudden care about these bugs? What is that? It's not normal.
Am I right in reading your sheet that you have a master skill in exobiology?
Yeah.
Okay. Given the
Scientists start
argument
with one master skill.
Yeah, given the argument that you just made, that'll give you a plus 20 to this intellect check.
On top of my oh, no. Okay, I'm not doing an exobiology check. Okay.
Yeah, because you'll do an intellect, but your knowledge of exobiology applied to what you just said. So
okay,
you can roll that.
71. 31. Let's go.
Okay, so yes, Betty will help you, and she'll go a little bit beyond what you even said. She'll tip up that hospital bed and say, we can roll all of them out on this thing.
Okay, yeah, but I was trying to just... Okay, yeah, let's do it.
You'd rather her just carry it?
Well, because here's the thing. I feel like me carrying something out of a room makes a lot less racket. Because, like, if Tony and Nate see us, they'll be like, what are you doing?
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, yeah, she'll carry one.
Yeah. Where if we're carrying, we can probably, like, sneak it a little bit.
Okay. So you guys are attempting that, but in the time that it's taken you to have that conversation with her, Tony, what are you doing? Are you continuing to just follow Nate silently, or are you going to try anything to stop Nate? What's going on?
I think Tony's having some internal conflicts. Like he knows, like, the mission is to secure the area, to probably wipe these things out.
Yeah.
But he's also got, that other voice in his head saying, no, these are friends. We love these guys. So he's kind of struggling with that.
Word for word, that part of your mission objective was clear the area of hostiles.
Yeah.
So maybe if Tony maybe is starting to rationalize that the Carsonids are not hostiles. If not thinking it intellectually, maybe definitely feeling that.
Yeah. But I'm also, as a player, really curious about wherever Nate is going to.
Okay.
As much as I want to shoot one of my stupid guns at some point during this adventure. And I've got rationales to do it for a whole lot of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I want to keep following Nate.
Okay, no problem. Nate, you will get to the garage. And when you open the door, what you see on one side of the garage there is an armored personnel carrier. And on the other, a gigantic dirt hole. So this giant hole standing in a puddle of water, and there's a Marine there digging, just relentlessly digging, completely ignoring surroundings.
That's all that's in there?
Yep, just a guy digging. Kind of
Well,
muttering to himself, digging a hole.
Making the knocking noise. Do I still hear that bump?
Yeah, it's coming from this digging.
Oh, from like the dirt clods or whatever?
Yep, that's the sound.
Okay. The hole isn't complete. He's digging a hole, and there's not a complete hole yet.
That's right. There is, however, a fallen power line hanging from the ceiling near the hole. Other things that you see in the room, there's a tool bench with assorted tools on it, 6 barrels of fuel for the backup generator, and the backup generator. which is currently offline. If this is restarted, it'll bring the electricity. You saw flickering lights in some of these rooms. It'll bring the electricity back up if you do that.
Okay. Which earlier on I was thinking about trying to do, but I'm assuming that because I decided to go towards the garage, that I'm going to be now digging.
Well, you're definitely going to go up to this guy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll go up to this guy. I guess I'll say, what are you doing?
He does not respond, but he kind of looks up at you and then keeps digging. Also,
you carry something precious also.
He looks at you and his face kind of just sort of splits into this weird, just off-kilter grin. He now continues to look at you while digging the floor. Tony, you're able to see this from the doorway.
I do not understand human nature enough. Do I know from my impulses where I'm supposed to go from here?
So, I'm going to send you a message in Discord. So at this point, you are just happy to be where you're at. What you choose to do now. So the impulse that you were, in a general sense, you were told to just do drone work. In the absence of any other drone work you could think up, you came here.
Okay.
This guy's digging a hole. So I would say you probably feel the impulse to start digging as well.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So I will start digging. With my hands because I didn't bring a shovel.
Okay. Hold on, I forgot something a minute ago. I better do it now.
And I'll start humming again. Nursery rhyme.
Nursery rhyme. Okay. So, Tony, you see Nate start digging alongside this other guy.
That is not nearly as exciting as I thought it would be. Yeah, I'm feeling a bit of that pull, but I'm gonna look down the hallway behind us or behind me. What's the hallway look like down to the crew head?
So the hallways are generally clear. There's some mud tracked around and general scratches, dents, the occasional claw marks, but there's nothing in the hallway.
Yeah, I'm gonna start heading I want to head down, like glance over, like what's it look like down towards the armory.
Okay.
I want to check out what the crew quarter, what's going on unless there's something really interesting. When I look towards the armory, I want to head down towards the crew quarters or the crew.
Okay. As you pass the armory and look that way, excuse me, you see that there is the entrance door to the armory is an industrial blast door, and it is ripped off and discarded. There's a giant pile of melted metal that you can see through the doorway on the floor of the armory. That's really all you can see from outside.
No. Well, I want to go down to the crew hab.
No problem. You'll head that way. Yeah. There's graffiti on the entrance. Someone has painted "comms off" in big letters. As you go inside, you see the group showers, toilets, 12 bunks for the enlisted Marines. There's a lot of lewd posters, smells like body odor, everything's in disarray. You see the officer barracks, which has 5 bunks in it, desks, a duty roster. Off to one little area, you see Lieutenant Kaplan's quarters. It's the only place here that's kind of organized and tidy. He has a desk too. There's the barracks for the research team, which has 5 bunks in it. A gaming console, some kind of plant. And then Dr. Edam's quarters. She has her own. And that is full of weather charts. Looks like there's a storm system incoming on the charts. Might be the rainstorm that was here when you guys landed. An unopened, like, greeting card, like a birthday card.
But there's no people?
Nope.
Did we catch a name tag on that guy digging, by the way?
No.
Nobody touched him.
Okay.
So I think what Tony is doing here, like right now, unless things change over the next like 15 minutes or so, he is going to spend maybe 5 minutes or so just kind of zoned out here in the crew hab.
Okay.
Then he's going to go back to the armory and give a closer look there.
Okay.
If there's nothing really going on with that, if there's nothing really outside of what he saw, like
Jason froze. Uh-oh. I'm sending Jason a message here.
That weather system came early, I guess.
Yeah, well, while we're waiting for Jason to come back to life, Noah, you and Betty have been dragging these containers to the commissary. Do you want to make a return trip to get the other 2?
Yeah. So it seems like I'll have the time.
Yeah, because what you've now seen is Nate went to the garage, Tony looked into the garage for a while, and then turned and went towards the crew hab.
Yeah.
Jason has disconnected.
Uh-oh.
Well, I hope that he will let us know what's going on as soon as he has a chance. Let me see if I can get you guys a little more organized. No. No, I can't. Hold on, viewers. Let's see if I can hear from Jason. Looks like he's having internet trouble. Okay. I'm gonna just reorganize you guys in the frame, and we'll wait for him to see if he can connect. If not, we'll just take care of a couple things with you guys, and then we can always come back to this next week.
Right.
Because it's closer to the end of the session than the beginning anyway.
Indeed.
Well, that makes sense. This is fun. This is quite proper horrifying, Steve.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I didn't write it, but it is fun to run.
Yeah, I hope you're having fun.
Yeah. All right, got little pieces of people on the screen here.
I think it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. All right. So we were saying, Noah and Betty, you guys are making that return trip, so you're going to get all 4 canisters into the commissary.
I'm actually gonna put them in the airlock.
Jason's back.
Oh.
Hey!
Hey. This didn't. I just finished repositioning everyone on the theory that you weren't going to make it back.
I wasn't
All
sure
right.
I was going to make it back.
No biggie. These things happen.
That's
How far into my what was I doing? What was I going to do? Did you get?
So all I heard from you is that you were gonna stand still for a little bit and then head over to the armory. But let's let while you were gone, I moved on to Cody. So let's let Cody finish what he was saying, and then we'll come back to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So you were just loading these containers into the commissary. Yeah.
If possible, I'd like to at least put them in the airlock. I know that I'm not gonna cycle the airlock or anything. I'm just gonna stage them there.
Yeah, you can get them in there. At this point, you've got time because Nate's just digging, and Tony specifically said that he's just going to stand still for about 5 minutes. So you can absolutely get them in the airlock.
Consider I'm gonna hide them because where did the eggs go? I'm not gonna if he looked in here, he would see they were in the commissary. I'm hiding them in the airlock. I have an idea. Now, I'm scared to walk into the garage because obviously they have little monsters inside of them. So maybe that's why they're not getting eaten by a bug. But me, I want to test something. I'm gonna be brave for once in my little life, I think.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a little cloth I have on myself, or some gauze or something from maybe the med kit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna dip it in the hydrofluoric acid. Now, I don't know if Nate will respond to me, but I'm gonna creep over into the garage and say, Nate, come over here. Nate, can you come over here for a second?
Nate, you will not do what he says. Nate maybe looks at you, but won't stop digging.
I see the dude.
Yeah.
I throw the wadded hydrofluoric acid not at him, but just near him. Does he react?
He doesn't react to it being thrown near him. Do you want to hit him with it?
No, I want to see if it's yeah, no, I definitely I was just trying to get it near him. That way, maybe if it was that deadly to them, he'd freak out.
He won't react, but if it's on the ground near where he's digging, he will eventually toss it out of the way with the shovel.
Okay, I take a new rag, redip it in the thing, and do I think I'm stronger than Nate? Actually, Tony told me earlier. I'm gonna take this rag of acid, and I'm gonna wipe all of the cuts and stuff that I see all over Nate's face and body, and see if that does what I hope it does.
So you're applying the acid to the paper cut wounds, yeah?
Yeah.
It has no immediate effect.
God damn it.
I would say, Nate, whatever semblance of pain your robot body detects and reports to you, you do feel that as acid is poured into open wounds on your skin. But beyond that, it's not causing significant damage.
Okay, so I don't really detect it as a threat.
I would say no.
1 grade stronger than a Clorox wipe, I'd assume, because the hydrofluoric acid is not
it's like
melt
putting
through your hand.
Peroxide on a cut.
Yeah.
Well,
I was hoping. I had a big hope.
I know, because I think you'll get this without a roll. That leg reacted to the acid. That leg would have reacted to anything touching it. It was a simple nervous tick caused by a physical stimulus. It wasn't that acid is their kryptonite.
Okay. Dang.
Yeah.
I was really hoping. I go,
All right.
dude, okay.
So we're going to pause you and we're going to cut back to Tony, who wants to look in the armory now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think by the time you finish your 5 minutes of standing around and head to the armory, you can see Noah in the garage now. But looking in the armory, as I said, there's the giant pile of melted metal, which is clearly the remnants of what was once the weaponry in this armory. Yeah, they're melted, bonded together somehow. All the locker doors are open and the lockers are empty.
And I mean, does it seem like, oh God, I don't even, like, it's just there's an inner lump of metal in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
All the lockers are open. That's it. That's all that's here.
That is all you can see in here, yeah.
Yeah, then I'm gonna head back to the garage.
Okay. Well, there's Nate and this random Marine who's covered in paper cuts, as you can see now, digging away. Noah has started wiping Nate with a rag. You said it, dude.
I know. It's just like, what are you doing?
This hole they're digging, like, is it just like a divot into the ground?
So at this point, they're dug through the floor of the garage there, and they're actually digging the dirt, like the planet's
Yeah,
Earth.
no, that's what I mean. Is it just like a divot into the ground, or have they dug into something?
They have not dug into anything.
Yeah, so how many canisters of fuel did you say there were?
I believe I said 6. Yeah, 6 barrels of fuel.
Barrels
backup.
of fuel.
Yeah, for the backup
Okay.
generator.
From my time, in service and whatnot, how volatile is this sort of fuel?
Were you to shoot at it with a firearm, it might explode. It might just burst into flames. It might not. Hard to say. You certainly could make an explosive with it, but to simply shoot it with a gun, it may or may not explode.
Yeah. Is there a dolly around here?
Yeah.
There's 6 barrels of fuel.
Correct.
Yeah, so Tony's come to kind of a revelation about this, and he understands that Noah is really in it for the company, and Nate is gone, and he's feeling himself get gone. But while he's still here, he's going to start loading up load up a barrel of fuel, carry it to wheel it to the crew hab, dump it. Load up a barrel of fuel, carry it to the med bay, dump it.
Oh, I'll help you. I'll do that with you.
Bay, comm center, commissary, and the pantry and freezer. Wait, 1, 2. Yeah, those 5 leaving the garage for last.
Okay.
And Tony's plan is, as long as he has got any semblance of control, he's gonna put this place to the fucking torch.
Okay, so there being 6 barrels, am I to understand that you're going to leave the garage unbarreled?
No. 1 for the crew hab, 1 for the commissary, 1 for the command center, 1 for med bay, 1 for the pantry and freezer, and 1 for the garage.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. you'd need 7 for that.
No, that's 6. I'm not doing. The armory has got a lump of metal in it.
Oh, you're not doing the armory. Okay.
Yeah,
That's the one you're not doing.
As
Got
far as I can tell, there is a lump of metal, and that's fucking it in there.
That's correct.
That I'm a lot less worried about than everywhere else.
Okay. Well, where are you going to be?
Sorry, guys, forgot to mute.
Just plan-wise, where do you want to be when you set this off? Obviously, still need to do the work of getting everything there.
Yeah. So, I think like Tony's plan in his head is to go crew hab, pantry freezer, commissary, med bay, command center, and basically he's trying to like just make it so he can do this from one area. That one area being the garage.
Okay.
So the garage is the final, that final domino, or it's going to be the first domino with all the other dominoes set up. And he wants to set it off from the garage with himself in there.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing the garage because you were going to jump in that APC and drive away as it goes off.
No.
Oh, there's an APC in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are the keys nearby? Does it start?
You'd have to get inside it. They're not necessarily keys, but you could get inside and try to turn it on. So far, no one's looked in it.
So Tony, I'm not gonna interrupt you too much while you're doing this because I'm like, yep, I like this idea. I'm not infected. I'm gonna try and take that APC and find the people who are not KIA on this list.
Okay.
Any objections?
So,
you know what? If you do it while I'm not in the room, I don't have to have any objections.
and Betty, well, let me clarify. Noah, did you in character say that to Tony?
Yeah, if he was right there, I would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna go easier if you help out.
I did say I was gonna help.
Yeah,
Right.
Betty's going to help too.
But also it's like I'm not infected and you know that like if you have some understanding that you're infected, like I don't know, I'll help you, but I also want to make sure this car works for me by hoofing it in the woods, right? So I guess I'll just check. I'll check real quick to see if the car turns on.
Okay.
I mean, I like as a player, I'd rather you not ask Tony.
I
Okay,
think
then I'll just
Tony's a little like cracked enough that he's not gonna want you to go. Like he wants to burn everything here down because he's thinking this all needs to be just like he's not thinking far enough ahead to think that the company's just gonna come back. And he just wants to leave this no evidence. Fuck all of this.
yeah.
as a GM here, that's a little bit too above the table. Cody didn't know it, Noah didn't know it, but what I think we need to do about that is a roll.
Okay.
For Noah to see if you can read Tony well enough to know that you should not say this to him.
Since there are only 4 attributes, intelligence is the only one that applies.
Intelligence is the only one that applies, but given that the situation involves his infection, I'll say you could apply pathology to it as a bonus, but not your exobiology.
All right, that's sick. That's still 15. So what is that? 66. 66. Meat fails, right?
Yeah.
Oh, 98, guys.
Okay, I'm going to do one more roll for the NPC for Betty to see if Betty knows to stop you.
Because, like, I don't hate Tony, obviously. I just, like...
Yeah.
If he still seems like he has his humanity, I'm going to try. Right. Obviously, I still tried to like save Nate just now.
Hold on one moment. I got to get Betty's stats up. Okay. Okay. Betty passed with a 39 against 51. So,
yeah.
Betty, as you start to say something to Tony and look at the APC, she's actually going to just like put a hand on your arm and shake her head. And when Tony is out of earshot moving some barrels, she's going to say, he's not right. I don't think he wants anyone to get out of here.
Okay, do we leave the samples? Because I actually don't care. I was just using it as an excuse to try and leverage them to come with us.
Tony's going to blow up this whole place. We
Yeah, so
leave the
F
samples. Yeah. One thing I agree with him on is everything here needs to die.
Okay.
But you and me can get in this APC and get out of here. Question is, do we help Tony place these barrels before we go?
Yes, because I want to grab that guy's ID badge in the command room.
Okay, we're going to freeze for a second. Tony, you're working on these barrels. I'll say you get one to the crew hab. The order you gave me was crew hab, commissary, pantry, med bay.
Yeah.
When you get to the med bay, you see that the sample containers have been removed. And I need a sanity save.
Wait, I was helping him. I was helping him. Could I have not done that one first because I wanted to go to the command center?
It sounds like you would have gone to the command center first.
Well, go with the barrel. I mean, it's still that was
Cody. I promise it's irrelevant.
Okay.
Just gotta roll them.
God damn it!
I made it.
Oh, you did? Oh, dude, your reaction told me
I rolled
otherwise.
2, which is actually under my 18 sanity save.
Oh,
Okay, so here's what it is. Nate, also, I need that from you. Another sanity save.
Got it.
There are multiple stages to this infection. Obviously, you guys have been progressing through it. So this succeeding means you remain at stage 3, Tony. But since you're at stage 3, you still have to make a body save hourly.
Yeah.
So we'll do that as soon as Nate's done. What'd you get, Nate?
Yeah, I fail again.
You failed again?
Yep.
You're digging in this dirt, and suddenly something in your head sort of changes, sort of clicks. You feel that static shriek that you heard earlier that you connected to in your dream. It floods your mind, and everything that you hear and see begins to feel like this shriek. When you look up at the Marine digging with you, you no longer see a man, you see one of your people. You are connected to the hive mind. You are now under the complete control of the Carcinid hive. You are no longer a player character. You can now be Betty.
Change the name tag.
Nate is gone.
Okay, goodbye, Nate.
Let me change that out, huh? Betty Bell, right?
Yeah.
There we go. So Noah and Betty, Nate is lost. Tony is, you guys are helping Tony rig up this place to blow. And I believe I hit pause on Noah just as he was about to open the APC.
Do I have the guy's badge?
Oh, that's right. I hit pause as you were reaching for this Marine's name tag, right?
Yeah.
Quick body save?
No. The guy in the command center.
Oh, I misunderstood you. Okay.
Yeah, because that's the platoon commanders, right? That's the guy at the top of this org chart.
Yeah.
Second Lieutenant Kaplan, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't
highest
need
ranking officer here.
You don't need his badge to open the APC.
I might need it for something else on this planet, though.
Okay, yeah, well, you can go get it easily.
Okay. Cool.
I thought you were trying to grab the dog tags off this guy digging.
Oh, I understand. Yeah, that's not what I want.
All right.
I just wanted those in case something, whatever. I don't know.
Okay. No problem. So, Tony, I said that you saw the med bay had been cleared of these sample containers, but you also, when you went to place the one in the commissary, would have found the sample containers.
I thought he hid the sample containers.
No, that's right. They're in the airlock.
Yeah.
And if you close the inner door to the airlock, then he wouldn't have seen them.
Yep.
All right. So you notice that they're missing, but you're going to bomb this place anyway. So how much do you care?
Apparently I am able to hold on just enough to not care right now.
Right, but you do need to do that body save.
Oh, okay. Well, then apparently I might start caring a whole lot. Yeah. Failed it.
You failed?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the middle of placing these containers, you also must begin engaging in mindless drone work. Again, this can be digging, hoarding food, walking towards the nearest group of carks.
Well, if this happened when I hit the med bay and saw that, all the samples are gone, Tony's whatever's left of his human mind is going to immediately go to who would have moved these. And there's only 2 people that would have moved them.
Yep.
And so what I'm asking, or what I'm checking, is if Tony literally running back to the garage, brandishing his pulse rifle, and if he sees Noah or Betty and demanding to know where the samples are, could be considered drone work.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to call that outside the scope because it says mindless drone work.
Boring.
I know.
Can I roll up a new character?
Well, you're not done.
How am I not done? I don't.
Well, Nate didn't. This didn't happen for Nate, but you can get out of the state that you're currently in. There is a way out. That's why you're not done yet.
I just kept rolling badly. That's what.
No, I'll tell you this above the table, even though none of your characters would know it. Damage. This is why I kept asking you, Tony, when you were following Nate earlier, if you were going to do anything. Had you hit her, it would have broken her out of it. So Noah or Betty are going to have to hit you, basically, but they can't possibly know that.
Yeah.
If you came in here with a gun, I might shoot you, but...
Yeah. And that's that was the only interesting thing I could think to do is Tony going, oh, the babies are missing. I know who would have messed with the babies, so I'm gonna go and demand at gunpoint, where are the babies? But if it's just mindless, if I'm just doing mindless nothing, then yeah, whatever. I go and whatever.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is the case. You're raising an interesting point, though. It's established that you guys have a sort of a hive mind telepathic connection. You potentially already know where those babies are now that you're this connected. But they're also not necessarily out of reach of the hive or in danger, so I don't think you have to go after them.
I mean, where they are, they're in danger of, if someone's able to actually set off this explosion, but it's not going to be Tony.
Digging this tunnel might be you dig the tunnel and then you go get the babies and take them through the tunnel. That would probably be that would be drone work.
Yeah, I mean, at most, I'm like, I guess I'm going to go like walk back to the garage and start digging.
Yeah, for now, that's what you're going to have to do, I think. However, you could, you know, in the meantime, preemptively roll up another character, just in case Noah and Betty don't figure out what to do. So this raises an interesting situation now, because you guys were just a minute ago of the opinion that you shouldn't tell Tony you're about to leave. Tony's behavior is now shifted. He's become a mindless drone, but he is doing his mindless droning right there in the garage that you guys were going to leave from. So what do you think Noah and Betty are going to do about this?
Well, I think Betty's reaction is like, "Oh no, you know, we've lost Tony. We've really lost him, Noah."
Well, all I can think of is to finish what he was doing, because you know I studied a lot of alien biology, and I don't know anything about this. I've heard parasites and
Any way to
porcelains.
save him? Either one of them. I just fix stuff, not people.
Yeah, but I'm not a doctor like that. I'm not a doctor that fixes people.
Scientists, I'll say the same thing. I'm not that kind of doctor.
What do you think? I mean, like, and I like go like I do one of these. Does he even react to that? Like waving my hand in front of his face.
He might react to the like raw sensory stimulus, but he's not going to change what he's doing.
Yeah. Like, look, that's he's. What
And
do you
same
think?
for these other two people as well, Nate and the other guy.
I guess.
Okay, I wonder.
We just gotta finish.
What guns do you have on you? Do you have any weapons on you?
Betty has a nail gun, and then her tools that can be used as melee.
Okay. I'm gonna try and get his pulse rifle off of him. And we need that wherever we're going.
Well, you
Right.
should I let you guys know what I've got on me?
I mean, I'm kind of using it as an excuse to get into a tussle with you and hit you with a
Oh,
rifle.
okay. Go for it.
All right, Betty. All right, I'm gonna try and get this from him. Look, if you like, he's our friend, he's our coworker. I think he owes me $50 still.
I'll stand ready. I've been in a scrap or two.
I'm gonna try and get his pulse rifle off of him. Like, go for it. And if he aggresses at me at all, Betty hit him.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
Okay. This will be a roll for Noah. Let's call it speed and anything you want to add.
Why not
Anything
call
you want
that?
to add.
No. How about, okay, speed is fine because I'm actually not the one trying to hit him.
Yeah.
So I have military training.
Okay.
Which does
so
tech into hand-to-hand. So
yeah, you can. If you have military training or athletics, you could add either of those.
all right, I'm using my military training. So we're looking at speed. So we're looking at 40. Come on, 45.
So Noah, you fail to get that rifle off of Tony. First of all, roll 1d5 stress.
I rolled 6. That was awful.
You can't roll 6 on 1d5.
Oh wait, you're right. So that'd be 3. Is that how we're doing it? We're just having the dice.
Just re-roll if you get a 6.
Oh, okay. The 3. So look at that.
Great. So you take 3 stress. You also fail to get this rifle off Tony. You try to grab it, thinking you can just like unhook the clips real fast from the strap he wears it on, but instead you just kind of yank on his neck. And I'll say Tony will react to being physically interfered with and take a swipe at you.
But
Okay.
so when
Hit me.
Betty sees that, she's gonna take a swing at him.
You're going to
Tony
take a
gets a
swing
hit in there,
at
right?
Tony. Go ahead and roll combat.
So this will just be with her fist.
Oh, sorry, guys.
So that's just straight up.
Yeah, just roll
Flat.
the combat.
Okay.
If you have hand-to-hand combat, you would apply that as well.
Oh my god! I rolled a 0, 0, 0 is 100, right?
No, it's 0, isn't it?
Or is
Yeah,
it
oddly
no.
enough, in this system, I think it counts as 0. Let me double check that.
Which one is it?
Because
I hope it's 0.
in some, well,
I saw under
the rules are like changeable from one situation to another. I've noticed it's a little weird.
a 00 is always a critical success.
Yup.
Crit success.
That's thick. Woo!
So she
So-
really.
Yeah. What is unarmed damage here? Okay. Tells you how to take damage. Getting punched is blunt force, obviously.
Probably like a. Probably one of those 1d5s.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Do that.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what was AP3?
AP3 is your armor
points.
points.
One
you got
damage.
one? One damage? Okay.
That one.
Ooh. Oh, God, I hate that so much.
Is it not enough?
It takes 2.
What?
It's
2 or more
Nah,
damage.
she critically succeeded. Let her have it.
You,
Let
oh,
her
yeah,
have
you're
this.
right. It doubles. It doubles. Tony, you're snapped out of it.
So is that I take 2 health?
Yeah, you take 2 health damage, physical harm, and the trance is broken. You are still infected and at possession level 3,
Oh,
but you have an hour before you have to make that physical save again.
You just see me like reaching for your gun.
Well, what
yeah, I kind of.
you really
snap-
come out of it to Betty clocking you in the jaw.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. The fuck am I doing here? So, here's what I want to know.
Yeah.
If this was going off my plan, I should have at least half of this place done up for blow.
Yeah, I think.
Was I able to knock over the barrel in the med bay before I succumb to whatever this alien bullshit is?
I'm gonna odds or evens that. Yeah, you were. So I think the garage is already done. You just need to knock over a barrel in there. You know, because this garage is where the barrels came from. Looks like Jason froze again.
Did I fucking freeze again?
Yeah, but I can hear you.
Oh, I see you all moving.
Yeah, you've unfrozen now. You just froze for a couple seconds.
Oh. Well, I want to check. Did Noah get a barrel turned over in the command center?
Oh, yeah, I would have done that while I was there then. Yeah.
I think you're done. I think it's ready.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is knock over the one in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know what? I am not even. Like, I think Tony's gonna realize what happened, and yeah, he's just going for it.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
He's not gonna let us out here.
So, is Tony pretty? Yeah, I'm gonna pull my bioscanner out and
Okay.
point it at Noah and Betty.
Okay. Your bioscanner, you already earlier used it to read the larva within yourself and Nate. You know what that looks like. 100% for sure Noah and Betty are clean.
Yeah. Yeah, in the moment, yeah, Tony's just lucid enough. He is going to pull, like, his 3 straps of guns off. Because, spoilers, I got 3 guns on me. I apologize, I'd have more ammo for the shotgun, but I couldn't figure out how to buy it. And yeah, he's literally just going to hand over... oh, damn, I wonder if those would have done anything. His pulse rifle with 5 mags, his SMG with 3 mags, and his combat shotgun, which just has what's in it. And he's going to say, yeah, you all need to get the fuck out of here right now.
I slap
As he
him
shoves these guns in your hands.
I slap him 50 credits and I say, "It was a pleasure working with you, man. We're all paid up." And I start crying.
Yeah, don't cry, get.
I'll grab Noah by the collar and say, let's get the fuck out of here.
You gonna run to that APC?
All right, I gotta remove the $100 off my.
Cool. So you open that thing from the back. It drops down like a ramp to get into it. Inside there is a man. He's thin, malnourished, covered in paper cuts. On the ground, hogging his legs, holding a grenade with the pin pulled. We'll see everyone next week.
See what the fuck?
My God, it took you guys so long to open that car up.
I assumed they already opened it up.
They never touched it. Nobody
Well, like
ever
when we
touched
in
it.
the car, I went in the car to make sure it started.
No, you didn't. You talked about it, but you never did it.
Oh my glob. That's fucking beautiful.
Isn't that great, man? The timing
No,
on that
that
was
was-
so good.
Yeah.
Pin's already pulled. I can't even shoot him.
All right, gang. Thanks, everyone, for watching. We're going to see everyone in a week to see what the hell happened.